Good morning. Welcome to the next part of Vision IAS Current Affairs Magazine Audiobook. Next article on economy. Draft Indian Telecommunication Bill 2022. Why in news? The Minister of Communications has released the draft Indian Telecommunication Bill in 2022 for public comments. About the Indian telecom sector. India has world's second largest telecommunication ecosystem with 117 crore telephone subscribers as of April 2022, according which contributing nearly to the 8% of GDP with the direct employment generation over 4 million. In last few decades, it has gone through the rapid transformation 4G, 5G, Internet of Things, etc., creating new opportunities for India's socio-economic growth. This covers sectors such as education, healthcare, fintech, agriculture, and livestock logistics, disaster management, etc. But it has an outdated regulatory framework with the multiple structural, functional, and operational issues plaguing its functioning profitability. Purpose of Draft Indian Telecommunication Bill to consolidate and amend the existing laws governing the provision, development, expansion, and operation of telecommunication services, telecom networks, and infrastructure in addition to assignment of the spectrum. The existing regulatory framework includes Telegraph Indian Telegraph Act 1885, Wireless Telegraphy Act 1933, and Telegraph Wires Unlawful Possessions Act 1950. That is, even the latest is over 70 years old. It also seeks to amend the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India Act (TRAI) Act to dilute the sectoral watchdogs function of being recommendatory body. It removes the current mandate to seek TRAI views before before issuing a new license to service providers, and TRAI's power to request the government to furnish information or documents necessary to make this recommendation. Key provisions of the bill. It replaces the outdated concept with the new comprehensive and relevant definitions for telecommunication services, and telecommunication networks. For example, the new definition of telecommunication services includes OTT or over the top communication services, internet based and satellite based communication services, besides in flight, maritime, broadcasting, internet, and broadband services, etc. It recognizes the exclusive sectoral privilege of the central government and provides the structure to exercise its privileges through the grant of licenses, registrations, wireless equipments, assignments of spectrum, effective spectrum utilization, and power to take back spectrum. Also, it empowers the central government to set an alternative dispute resolution mechanism for the disputes. Robust right of way ROW for the telecommunication infrastructure within the federal structure to obtain ROW in a uniform and non-discriminatory manner. Current right of way rules 2016 suffer from the multiple issues such as denial of access, non-uniformity, lack of center-state coordination, etc., which limits the rapid expansion of telecommunication infrastructure. Simplifies the restructuring framework, that is, mergers, demergers, acquisitions, or other forms of restructuring by complying with the Companies Act 2013 and informing the Department of Telecommunications as required. In case of default payments by a licensee, registered entity, or assignee identified by the government as extraordinary circumstances, government can allow full or partial relief, write-off, or deferment or conversion of the amount into shares through a special enabling framework. Potential benefits of the bill. It aligns Indian telecommunication standards with the international standards and best practices. It broadens the telecom service providers (TSP's) definition to provide the legal level playing field with the OTT platforms such as WhatsApp, Telegram, Google Meet, etc. Stops the harassment from spam calls and frauds by communicating identity or name of the caller to the receiver. Increased legal certainty on the spectrum management for its optimum utilization with the greater clarity on the company's operation and restructuring. Ease of doing business. By easing the regulatory regime, the discrimination of certain offences, elimination of obsolete penalties, and other measures to boost the investment. Issues associated with the bills. Increased government control over the internet shutdowns through the framework of internet shutdown. It raises the concern over availability of an open and free internet to its users. Also, it doesn't clearly outline the availability of the safeguards like judicial oversight, rising privacy concerns, etc. It moves away from the international practice on regulatory independence by diluting TRAI's power, and it hurts the investors and the consumer confidence by increasing the interference in the regulation of the sector. Conclusion. The bill places emphasis on the development of telecom infrastructure while covering new age services to keep up with the times. Although these are apprehensions regarding some provisions, the proposed legal framework seeks to be future ready and provides certainty regarding the spectrum management. Other provisions. Standard public safety and national security. It empowers the state government of India to prescribe the standards for the quality and reliability and provide the framework to ensure the public safety and address the situation of public emergency. Telecommunications Development Fund. It set up the Telecommunication Development Fund, expanded from the Universal Service Obligation Fund USOF by adding objectives of the underserved urban areas, R&D, skill development, etc. Innovation and technology development. It provides the framework for regulatory sandbox to facilitate the innovation and technological development in the telecommunication. Protection of users. It provides for the framework to protect users from the cyber frauds, unsolicited calls and messages. Civic duties of every user to use telecommunication responsibly. Example: no false particular furnishing. Miscellaneous. It addresses the aspects related to the facilitation of the greater capital flows, certification of persons for the operation of wireless equipments on the shipping wheels or aircraft, and enabling the framework to notify rules. Offenses. It consolidates the updates, penalties, and offenses under the existing law with the heavy fines for a small set of critical offenses only. Gradation of certain penalties, decriminalization of certain offenses, elimination of obsolete penalties, etc. The main features and aims of the bill. Telecommunication. Bill recognizes the telecommunication as a key driver of socio-economic development. telecommunication infrastructure network. Bill recognizes the telecommunication as a key driver of socio-economic development. Telecommunication services. Bill emphasized on the need to ensure the availability of affordable, reliable, secure, and universal telecommunication services. Spectrum. The bill recognizes the spectrum as a valuable and inexhaustible natural resource with the element of public good, making its efficient use and the management vital. Thank you. Now we have completed with this article. Next part we will see India's forest dynamics. If you ever find this audiobooks helpful anytime in your preparation, then please do not like and share. Please do not forget to like and share these videos, and please don't forget to subscribe to UPSC Shorts. Thank you once again. Have a good day.